Did you know that 85% of students feel their creativity is blocked during their studies? It's true. Despite what many believe, creativity isn't just a natural gift for a lucky few, it's a skill you can develop. In fact, studies show that even students who struggle to come up with ideas can spark their creativity with the right technique. So, what if I told you there's one simple method that could unlock your brain's full potential in just minutes? Welcome to a game-changing brainstorming technique that actually works. In this video, we're going to dive deep into how you can turn your brain into a creativity machine, without the stress or pressure. You'll discover how to reset your mind, flip problems upside down, and embrace chaos to uncover fresh ideas. Plus, you'll learn tricks to make your ideas flow like never before. Stay tuned for strategies that'll change the way you approach every project. Ready to start thinking differently? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Unlock your inner genius. The power of mental reboots. We've all been there, staring at a blank page, hoping the next big idea will just appear. But here's the truth. Creativity doesn't work like that. Your brain, like any other muscle, needs rest to function at its best. That's where the concept of mental resets comes in. Think of it as a reset button for your brain. Research shows that taking breaks, especially ones involving nature or mindfulness, can lead to clearer thinking and more creative ideas. For example, a study from Stanford found that walking boosts creative output by 60%. So, what's the best way to perform a mental reboot? Start by stepping away from your task. Go for a walk in a park, or simply sit quietly and breathe deeply. Even 10 minutes can make a huge difference. You'll be amazed at how your brain starts coming up with new ideas once it's allowed to recharge. According to creativity expert Dr. Teresa Amabile, allowing yourself time to relax is essential for cultivating creative thinking. So, when you feel stuck, don't push harder, step away. Another way to reset is through listening to music. Studies have shown that music can enhance problem-solving abilities, especially instrumental music. The right playlist might just unlock that genius idea you've been waiting for. But here's the kicker, not all music works. According to research, classical or ambient music tends to boost creativity the most. So, before you sit back down, try putting on a calming playlist. The key takeaway here is simple. If you want to think creatively, you must give your brain space to breathe. A mental reboot might be all you need to spark your next great idea. So, next time you're feeling blocked, try this quick fix. Take a break and let your brain rest. You'll be surprised at what happens when you come back. Chapter 2. The Flip It Method. Reversing problems for fresh ideas. When you're brainstorming, it's easy to get stuck in your own perspective. But sometimes the best ideas come from looking at the problem from the opposite direction. This is where the Flip It method comes in. Essentially, flipping a problem means asking, what would I do if I wanted the exact opposite result? By reversing your approach, you open the door to new, unexpected solutions. For example, let's say you're trying to figure out how to write a perfect essay. The traditional approach is to focus on the content, structure, and clarity. But by flipping it, you could ask, what would make this essay completely ineffective? Suddenly, you're thinking about the essay's weaknesses, things like confusion, poor structure, or rambling ideas. Now, you've identified what not to do, which gives you a better understanding of what to avoid. From there, it becomes easier to focus on the positive aspects of the writing process. This technique is more than just a fun trick, it's rooted in cognitive psychology. A study published in the Journal of Creative Behavior found that thinking about a problem from a reversed perspective can lead to more creative solutions. This process is often referred to as cognitive reframing, and it works by forcing your brain to think outside of its typical patterns. When you approach a problem with fresh eyes, you're more likely to find innovative solutions. Next time you're brainstorming, try flipping the problem and see what happens. Instead of focusing on the usual path, ask yourself what the opposite path looks like. You may uncover a new angle you never considered before. Remember, creativity often thrives in the most unexpected places, and flipping your approach might be the trick you need. Chapter 3. The 5-Minute Chaos Challenge. Embrace the messy ideas when it comes to brainstorming. Perfection can be the enemy of creativity. The more you try to refine an idea while you're still in the early stages, the less likely you are to come up with anything new. That's why embracing chaos in your brainstorming process can be a game changer. The 5-minute chaos challenge is all about letting ideas flow freely, without worrying about how good they are at first. Set a timer for just 5 minutes. For that entire time, write down whatever comes to mind. No idea is too wild, too silly, or too out there. The goal is to get as many ideas down as possible, without editing or judging them. It might sound counterintuitive, but some of the best ideas come when we allow ourselves to get a little messy. In fact, research from Creative Education suggests that brainstorming under time pressure can increase creative output by up to 60%. Why does this work? It's simple. When you let go of the need for perfection, your brain stops filtering out ideas. It starts thinking in unexpected ways, leading to breakthroughs that you wouldn't have had if you'd stuck to a more structured approach. Even if most of your ideas during those 5 minutes are bad, some of them will spark something much bigger. Once the timer goes off, take a look at the list. You might be surprised at how many useful ideas you've generated. From there, you can start refining and organizing those ideas. But don't rush the messy part. Remember, creativity isn't about coming up with the perfect idea immediately. It's about giving yourself the space to explore without limits. So, try the 5-minute chaos challenge next time you're feeling stuck. Give yourself permission to be imperfect, and you'll find that your creativity flourishes in the mess. Chapter 4. Silly Synergy. How combining odd ideas can spark genius when you're brainstorming. The first instinct might be to separate ideas that don't seem related. But what if we told you that combining odd or seemingly unrelated concepts can lead to groundbreaking ideas? This is where silly synergy comes into play. Combining unrelated ideas forces your brain to make connections it wouldn't usually make, often leading to more innovative solutions. For example, imagine combining art and science. A biologist might come up with an idea for a new medicine by thinking about how different colors or patterns in nature affect human emotions. Or, a history student might merge past political strategies with modern technology to create a fresh idea for solving global problems. The trick is to think outside your usual world. One study shows that when people brainstorm outside of their usual frameworks, they come up with more diverse and original solutions. It's about breaking out of your comfort zone and allowing the unexpected to inspire you. So, don't be afraid to mix ideas that seem completely unrelated. Sometimes, the wilder the combo, the better the idea. Next time you're stuck, try merging two concepts you would never normally connect. You might be surprised at what you come up with. Chapter 5. The Mind Map plus Sticky Notes Combo. Visualize to realize. If you're someone who learns best by seeing things laid out, then this method is for you. The Mind Map plus Sticky Notes combo is a visual way to organize your ideas and turn them into something concrete. Mind mapping is a technique where you draw out your ideas in a diagram, starting with a central idea and branching out. Sticky notes help you capture individual thoughts or elements that can be easily rearranged. Here's how it works. Start by writing your main idea in the center of a large sheet of paper. Then, use sticky notes to jot down related concepts or questions. As your ideas grow, stick them around the central idea and start connecting them with lines. The beauty of sticky notes is that you can move them around to find new relationships between ideas. This flexibility allows your brain to make connections it wouldn't have otherwise. Studies show that visualizing ideas in this way helps increase creativity by allowing you to see the big picture while also focusing on the details. It's an effective way to break down complex problems and find solutions you might not have considered. Try the mind map plus sticky notes method next time you're feeling stuck. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can organize your thoughts and come up with creative ideas. Chapter 6. Yes, and the improv principle for idea building. If you've ever watched an improv comedy show, you've likely heard the phrase, yes, and. It's a principle where one person builds on another's idea, no matter how strange or wild it seems. This technique works wonders in brainstorming, too. By saying, yes, to every idea, no matter how silly, and then adding to it, you open the door for endless possibilities. For example, let's say one person suggests that you could solve a problem by creating a robot. Instead of dismissing the idea, say, yes, and we could make it able to communicate with animals. The key is to keep building. According to research, this type of collaboration leads to more diverse and creative ideas. By combining ideas and building on them, the results often surprise everyone. So, next time you're brainstorming with others, use the yes and principle. This technique allows everyone to contribute freely and helps create a fun, open environment where creativity can thrive. Whether you're working alone or with others, building on each idea is a great way to spark new possibilities. If you enjoyed these creative techniques, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more tips on unlocking your full creative potential.